First of all, thank you for having time out of your busy schedule to speak with us.
Thank you for having me too.
I personally know you, and for anybody who may not know who I'm speaking with today, who is Cleo?
Well, 5 years ago, I've said, oh, I'm a lawyer and I love football. But now I say I'm a football club owner. I also happen to be a lawyer because that's just how much I love what I'm doing now. And so, yes, I am a lawyer. I'm practicing in Ghana. I'm also called to practice in the US, in New York, and I'm also qualified in the UK. But my passion is football. And if you ask me who am I, I'll probably say I am football. If anybody who watches Ted Lasso is watching this, you know that guy who says football is life? That is me right now. Football is life. So who am I? I am football. Football is me. I love football. And everything that I do these days is for the enjoyment of football, for the promotion, for the development of football. But the most important part of that sentence is women's football because I love women's football. And all I'm trying to do now is trying to find a way to make women's football bigger than men's football. It might take me my whole lifetime, but that's why who is Cleo? Cleo is football.
All right, maybe we'll go into that. But football is something that you don't just wake up one day and say,
Yeah.
"I'm interested in it." It means like you loved it from childhood. How did your love for football start?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll say the environment that I grew up in, because obviously, if I hadn't seen the football, what would I know about football? When I was younger, my parents had relatives living over, so we're a huge family. On any given day, there's like 20 of us in the house, and what brings people together better than football? So we've been playing football, and so I've been playing football all my life, and I go to school, even bigger environment, more people playing football, more people loving football, and that's just how it's been all my life until I went to the UK, and um, I said to myself that why am I just only watching football? Why am I not doing more than just the side playing football, this football? Like, let's do more football. So, going to stadiums, watching football, attending football events, like learning more about football. Not just, I support Chelsea, not just watching Chelsea on TV, but actively participating in stuff that Chelsea do, Chelsea Player of the Year award dinners, um, going to the stadium not just to watch him buy apparel, like buying the jerseys, giving it to people. It's like it grew from something that was a hobby to like a love. And I don't even know how to explain it. I just love football.
You developed the interest. So I wanted to know. Obviously, you started as a fan, someone who loves to watch.
Yeah.
Did you ever wanted to play, like be part of the players on the pitch?
Yeah. So I've always wanted to play football. Listen, when I was younger, and don't laugh at my dreams, but when I was younger, I was either going to be an actress in Hollywood or I was going to be a footballer. That was it. This law thing there is just a by the way thing. And I know that people are lawyers and I respect that. But like, I was either going to be an actress or play football. And so that was my mentality growing up, everything that I was doing. But playing football was much easier. I dabbled a little bit. I did like some TV shows and did some adverts and stuff like that in Ghana. And I even did some when I traveled abroad.
Really, you
But I,
did add. Let's pause
yeah,
there. You did
yeah.
some ad.
So I've actually been in a few movies in Ghana, but when I was in Legon, so like being extras in movies, and there was this TV show called Table of Men. I think they showed it back in uni, and I was in uni. I was like 2000 and between the years 2003 and 2005. That's when I went to University of Ghana. So I did some stuff. My friends and I were doing stuff, adverts. I even did like a poster, like some mobile phone poster calendar thing. They used my picture for like calendars, marks and stuff like that. So Charlie back in the day I was famous. So
I see
so yeah,
you.
I was pursuing two of my passions: TV star and football. But then the football was much easier because for football, I don't have to go and do auditions. I don't have to go out there and go and beat people. Not a lot of women love football. So every day I was number one seller. I was the
Oh,
starting lineup. So that one there was no competition. And I loved the football, and playing was awesome. So just participating in football and just being a part of football like that, that's just how it grew. And I was like, okay, I think I'll just go with football rather. But unfortunately, Charlie, the world that we live in, if you want to be realistic about it, women's football at that time, it was like probably 15 years ago, wasn't so developed that you can say I'm doing football and I'm going to school as well. At some point, you have to pick one. It happened to me when I was in Achimota Secondary School. So I was selected to play for the regional team. We went to do interco, and I was selected. A friend of mine and a friend of mine were selected to participate for
the regional
yeah
team.
yeah
Greater Accra regional team.
yeah Greater Accra.
Wow, you are that good.
Yeah, and I went to one training session, and I felt like I didn't belong there. Only reason being that the people that were there, excuse me to say, but they look like country chicks, like girls who came to do football. And the environment that I was coming in, I was juggling football in school. And I felt like to be able to match what they were doing, I have to quit football. That's how it felt, even though it was a Greater Accra regional thing. So they're looking for girls who play football. I don't know where those girls came. I don't know if they came from other schools and stuff. But I got there, I didn't feel the environment. I felt like, this one is beyond me. So it felt like truce. And that's just how the environment has been for us since when we were growing up. Like, either you're a footballer or you're going to school. If you're doing football, how can you go to school? And that's just been what has been in my mind. So me not being a footballer right now is only because I felt like I had to choose. Either I become something in life or be a footballer. But now the choice shouldn't be become something in life, because becoming something in life can't be that footballer. Because now women are getting paid to play football, getting paid a lot, maybe not in Ghana, but women are getting paid a lot. And definitely a career I would have chosen if I was probably me 15 years ago, but in this environment. I would have pursued it more. I mean, in all honesty, yes, there are women before me who have played in professional, women before me in Ghana, Ghanaian women who have become professional staff. They pushed the barrier, they broke down walls, they did what they had to do to become professional footballers. But you can ask them, it wasn't easy at all. And I had it easier, but I guess there was always something that was stopping me from wanting to go pro. Because like I said, I went to school in the UK. I played in the school team in the UK, in my uni in the UK, and I was playing for a local club. But the reason why I didn't pursue, because I didn't grow up feeling, even though I had the opportunity to do football, I didn't grow up feeling like that dream can actually materialize. So when I got the chance, I didn't grab it. And that's where my mistake was. So maybe in a different life, if I know that it's something that is grabbable from the beginning, I think that maybe I'd have probably done better than that. But when the chance came, I felt like, yeah, yeah. But yeah, and those who had the chance who grabbed it, I mean, congrats to them. So yeah, I hope the other kids growing up will grab this opportunity that we're trying to present to them.
Yeah, because you grew up in Ghana, yeah, fine, maybe the system is not good, you don't get opportunity to play, but you get opportunity to be in the UK where someone will say, quote unquote, football is more developed, and you still decided to drop it. Do you, obviously, you are well accomplished, but do you wake up one day and regret not pushing harder in terms of football?
So what happened was, when I got to the UK, I actually saw the realities of being a footballer. It's not a joke thing that we are doing in Ghana here. And all my life, I've been, Charlie, I am the thing, because I've actually made that second in my life, or made that time in my life to go and play football. And in Ghana, that was the requirement. The only requirement to being a woman who liked to play football in Ghana is to go out there and play football.
Yeah.
So there was no
Dress up and
competition.
show up.
Yes, there was no competition. And then you get to the UK, and people who are twice your size are running faster than you, can score quicker and better goals than you, can jump higher than you, because they've been exposed to football and the harsh realities of being a footballer. And you're like, hey, but in Ghana, I thought girls who are twice my size can't even run. Why am I seeing this girl run faster than me? If you are not hard, it depresses you. Like, what am I doing in football? Like, I'm a joker. And that's kind of how it made me feel like, I don't think I'm prepared for this. I was sitting there in Ghana thinking that I've been winning awards, I'm all over the place. As for football, there, when you say Cleo, there is football. And I come here and I can't even run as fast as I thought I could. It's so demoralizing. And that, I think, is what got me when I got the opportunity in the UK. Of course, I did try. My club that I was playing with, we won our local FA Cup. It's something I brag about all the time. And that year, I was voted the most improved player. So I think that if I had continued, like everybody, like when I got to that environment and my level was so low, the work that I did that year, it made me know that wow, if I actually push this, I can actually do something about it. Because to be voted the most improved player, you can see that everybody thought that Chale, when you came here, Chale, you
Yeah,
were
you were.
yeah. So it made me know that I can do it if I wanted. But at that point in time, it was a little too late for me because I had gone to the UK to become a lawyer, and knowing that these are the things that I have to do to keep doing football, it wasn't compatible with what I was trying to do as a lawyer. So if maybe I had seen the realities when I was 15, 16, I'd have grown into it knowing that Charlie, when I wake up, I should wake up at 5 a.m., do my gym, I should be playing football more. In Ghana, oh, you're playing football. You get this like once a week, you play, you are happy that you've played football. In Tako, once every few months, you're happy you've gone. But in the
Once a
UK,
term.
exactly. Week in, week out, week in, you play, train, we can go and play a match. And it's a regular thing. People were going to work, were doing it. People were going to school, were doing it. It's a normal thing. So you see other people's commitment, you measure yours, and you know if football is a thing for you or it's not. Ghana, it was made to look like all I had to do is just fight
Show up and
small and tell my parents that meko, okay, oh yeah, then cry meko, and then just go and play football. It feel like, but
yeah.
that's not even the bare minimum in the UK. So I learned the realities, and I just quietly went like, okay, well, I'm sure I can still play football as a hobby, but professional, yeah, I don't think that I'm cut out for that.
So we
So
say the system really didn't prepare you for the challenge out there in as much as you thought you were good enough.
yeah,
So perhaps the basics was not good here. So even when you are exposed to these opportunities, the challenges may be too much that you stop playing. That's why maybe a footballer will move from Ghana to another country. Sees the number of training he has to do and
yes,
said, I've stopped.
that's exactly what happened to me because, like I said, it's like that. Even the guys in Ghana who think that they are going to training every day of the week.
So now you realize that okay, maybe you can't play, you have to concentrate on becoming a lawyer because as a matter of fact, the dog will chase for a lawyer. So yeah, you concentrate on that, and then at what point did you say, okay, maybe now I can't play, but perhaps I can go into business with it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I still haven't reached that point, honestly. So, Rich City FC women, that's how it started. My refusal to accept that I cannot go pro is how Rich City FC started. So, I came back to Ghana from the UK, and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not in the UK, I can't play in the UK anymore. I can still play in Ghana. So, I actually started a club because I wanted to gather a group of women who wanted to play football at my level so that we can actually enjoy playing football. And then let's see
Oh,
where it goes. So
so let
that's,
me not to cut you.
yeah,
So you started the team so that you can play.
yes, if I'm being selfish enough to say that, yes. But I wanted to play football. And I realized I came to Ghana. Actually, my first thing was I went around inquiring about the women's football clubs that are around because I wanted to join one. And then when I saw where some of them were and how things were going in the club, I'm like, mm-mm. After being exposed to what I've been exposed to in the UK and coming back down to Ghana, I can't do this. And the times of the training, because I was working, I'm like, I can't train at the times you train. I can't come to the corners where most of the clubs are located. So why don't I start a football club inside of Accra where people like me who work can easily come and play. People at my level can also come and play. And then let's generate it. Let's go and play in the Women's Premier League or let's play in an organized something. And then let's see where we can go. Maybe at that point, yeah, my pro career can start, but as a hobby. So I didn't really think honestly, I didn't think the whole thing through. All I wanted to do was let me provide an opportunity for myself so that I can play football and then also give it to other girls around who also want to play football, but at my level, and we can all have fun. And then I started a football club, and the next thing I know, I have been pushed out again because I'm still not at that level that those players are at. And here I am, still not admitting that my football career is over. So what I've done now is that at my club, Race City, we have something called Monday Kickabout. So look, I'll take my football joy, even if it's just once a week. So once a week, Mondays, 3 o'clock, Jolo AstroTurf, we all come around and then we play. This one day, I'm the champion over there because they all know that you have to pass me the ball so I can score. Otherwise, team no good the team. So it's one thing that at least I get to do. I'm still playing football once a week. Play with the girls in the club. We invite anybody who wants to join, participate. Frank, you've been there yourself a few
Yeah.
times. And we invite everybody, children, adults, old people. We've had various characters, various types of people come. We've had current professional players, both female and male. We've had coaches, international coaches. We've had people who have seen us on social media in different countries that were in Ghana for a few days, pop by, join. We've had lots of people who just want to participate and play football. And for me, I think that that's how far my football career will go. Monday stars, being a superstar on Monday, scoring their tuna goals, but I'll take it. And then we'll leave the pros to do what they have to do. But the fact is that I still haven't given up on my football dream. I keep telling my players that one day I'll suit up, they'll see me in the Division One. The last 5 minutes, I come on, I score a goal, headline, football club owner, retired slash not retired football player, scores a goal in the women's Division One, sends them to the Premier League, headline of the year. Never before in Ghana. But that's my dream, so I'm just
Yeah,
going to
it's
hold on to
possible.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
football has no like retiring age. You know, once you are fit and you can play, and
Play.
also the club is for
You
you.
know about that? Was he the president or something? 60-something-year-old guy who owned the team,
Yeah,
and then the
the
men's
son.
team, and then he came on to play. And the team lost like 50-0 or something. That's going to be me.
Yeah, I think that I saw a team in South Africa too that
Yeah.
the owner's son showed up and said, "I want to play. I'll play." If you are the owner, you
That's
can
how
set the
we
pace
do it. It's football.
put yourself. So uh, let's backtrack a bit. You said, okay, now I'm starting a team to get ladies that are at my level, at my age, and want to play. How did you then push from going for quote unquote matured women, maybe that had a dream and didn't happen, to young ladies who wants to play football?
Yeah, so the dream started with, yeah, me. I want to play football. And then we opened the doors up, and the type of girls who came, young girls hungry to play football. It's just something I couldn't just turn my eye or turn around and say, nah, we are being selfish over here. I just couldn't. You see these girls and they're on the pitch playing, and look at them like, Charlie, this one there, you think about it and you're like, I will step aside, give them the spotlight. Because if I had been given that chance when I was growing up, I probably wouldn't have owned a football team at this stage in my life anyway. Because I'd be somewhere killing it, doing stuff, and it would have been a whole different lifestyle for me. But we started the team, we opened the doors, a whole bunch of girls came in. And when I say girls, I don't mean like grown women like me, proper girls, like young girls who want to play, who are looking for a future in football. And it's just something that you can't say no. And then you look at them, look at their talent, and you're like, you know what? Why bother playing in the team and probably ruining things when you can support these girls and let them go higher and bigger and then keep the dream going, whether you are there or not. And that's pretty much how we diverted from a fun hobby thing to a serious professional club. We weren't even set up for that. It was just one coach and a few balls and one or two babes. And then before the month was out, we are finding ourselves looking for team manager, more footballs, a kit man, a bigger pitch to play on, a better pitch to play on, and the whole thing just evolved. And I think it's amazing how it went. It made me know that I'm not the only person with that dream, because when I was growing up, well, a lot of women were interested in football. Yeah, if we talk about football, you know those girls. There are those girls that they like football. So there was those girls, us, we were there. But now it's not a matter of there are those girls over there. Everywhere you turn, girls love football. Little girls love football. Everybody's trying to get involved in football. So it's made me know that, Charlie, it's a correct dream that we had in the beginning, and it's an even correct strategy for choosing to give it to the little girls to develop and grow with it. And here we are having this interview. So great choice.
Yeah, I think, and obviously we are proud of you. Some, maybe you have those little girls are or ladies are living your
Yeah.
dream for you, which is very good. Like we're going to wrap up, but I want to ask you this: how challenging has it been? How many years now? Because you're in the Premier League. Did you set up to say, have my eyes on the Ghana Premier League, especially the women's side? How challenging has it been? You know, people set up clubs and say, okay, this is my target. I want to do this. Did you set up and say, I want to play in the Premier League? Or was the target?
Yeah. So for me, if I say I set out to play in a Premier League, it feels like a dream that is like this, because more going on than just the Women's Premier League. Look, there are teams in Ghana that don't even play in a league and they are doing things. Okay. And like I said, in the beginning, it was a hobby. Later on, I realized that, look, we can actually give these girls a chance to play and be competitive. So, being a part of any league whatsoever, Division One, Premier League, it's just to give the girls competition, it's to give them exposure, it's for them to be able to measure their talent. But really, now, if you ask me what the team is about, developing and promoting women's football, giving women the pathway into football. It's not just even about playing of the football anymore. It's about the management of the football, the participation in football, other things that you can do, media, broadcasting, social media, managing, team managing, club managing, physio, like every single thing that a person can do about football, kit, sewing the kit, whatever it is, every single thing that a person can do in football. That is what the club is about. Being part of the Premier League and playing day in, day out in any competition whatsoever is just a means to an end. That end or the end cannot be, I've started a team. Our goal is to be the best women's football club in Ghana. That's another person's dream. There's nothing wrong with that. Totally nothing wrong with that. But we have to understand and accept that women's football isn't where it is or where we want it to be. You can look at, and not to badmouth anybody, but you can look at the current leaders or the current champions or the Women's Premier League. You are Women's Premier League, but you don't get the respect that you deserve. You are not at the height that you should be at. And it's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's because nobody cares or respects women's football. So until we've branded it or until we made it into a product that is worth respecting, it doesn't matter if year in, year out, you're winning. Every year, you're the best women's football club in Ghana. All that's going to happen is people come in, people take your players, they don't even give them a good life. They just come and take your players, they ransack your club, you are gone. Next year, you can't even compete for the titles anymore. All you're doing is being the best in Ghana. And that is not good for women's football. We need to develop it all round. We need to do everything that we can do to develop it so that tomorrow, when you are crowned the Women's Premier League champion, it means something. It means that this summer, you and your players are traveling, people are coming to Ghana to come and see you, you are doing pre-season in other countries, you are making money, you are doing things, you're giving the girls a future, giving them a life. That is what I want to do for women's football. I want people who come into Rich City to leave because they've been transferred to a bigger and a better club somewhere, or because you've won it all and you're looking for a different challenge, or because you went down the Rich City path and maybe now you're a doctor in a, a men's football club somewhere, you're Chelsea's doctor, you are a physio at Liverpool, you are a CEO at Rain FC in the US or something. You are now the new owner or part owner of Angel City FC in LA. Like, that's what I want people to go through the club and be the end game. Coming to the club and saying that I want to win Premier League, you are in the wrong club. Go to a different club. But if you don't have ambition, if you don't feel like there's more that you can do in your life, if you don't think that you can be bigger and better than you are, then you're in the wrong club. Because when you wake up, me, I'll be disturbing you. What is your plan? Where do you see yourself next year? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Is this all you want to be? You want to be Rich City champion? If you're going to be Rich City champion, it's because maybe we have built the platform and we have now made football in Ghana so big that if you are a Rich City champion, if a club from the US comes and they say they want to sign you, you say, I won't go. That is the Rich City champion I'm looking for. Not Rich City champion of what maybe you're sitting on the bench and you are there. Once in a while, you come and score a goal. Yay. No, that's not a dream that I want the girls to have. So Race City has to be bigger and better, and that is the aim, and that's what we are going to do. And I'm not stopping till we are doing pre-seasons in America. We're doing pre-seasons in Europe. Our players are coming through, starting their own clubs, doing bigger things. When we are playing matches, stadium is full. The girls have a career, they have a pathway, they see their future, they want to come to the club, not because it's another registered football club in Ghana, but because when they go through it, they come out totally different. So that's the plan for the club.
That's good, something different.
Yeah.
I wish I could clap if like, but I can't clap. But it's I think anybody who watches this part will
Yeah.
clap. It's something different. If I'm a female footballer, obviously this is a club that I would love to join
Yeah.
because of the kind of things I want. Because I believe that football shouldn't be the end game. I've
Yeah.
always said it gives you a platform, good resources, the fame, and you need to do something with it. That's good.
Exactly.
We're going to wrap up with something huge that you've been able to do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to compare this to even the men's club. I stand to be corrected, but I'm not sure any club in Ghana. Okay, maybe yeah, Kotoko did it, but have a partnership with a Premier League club in another country. Now, for that matter, UK for that matter, what you did with Everton, it's not something that is very common.
Yeah.
How did you do it? Maybe you can't share everything with us so that we may go through the process. But how did you do it?
To be honest, everything that we've done has been out in the public for everybody to see. It's just unfortunate, fortunately or unfortunately, it's just unfortunate, I'll put it this way, that it had to be an international club to notice what we are doing here in Ghana. There are other clubs in Ghana. There are people here in Ghana. They can see what we are doing, but nobody took an interest in it. Now, the fortunate part, fortunately for us, it had to be an international Premier League club that noticed what we were doing. And nothing that I did to get this Everton deal was a secret. So everything I did, or should I say, nothing I did was a secret. Pretty much it was out in the open. We're a women's football club. We play our games. We broadcast everything we are doing on social media. We post about it. We tell people about it. We did so well that the Ghana Football Awards recognized us. We did so well the season before that we won the Women's Division 1 League. I did not go seeking Everton. I did not go looking for them. It's just because of what we were doing, and what we were doing pretty much was in line with what they were looking for. I guess they were looking for women's football club in Africa to, I guess, hitch their wagon to, and we were there. I don't think that if we were doing everything that we were doing and hiding or pretending we're not doing or not showing people we're doing, Everton will know we exist. And that's just something that I think that that club should do. And honestly, I will go and say this one, there's also majority, a whole big chunk of it by God's grace. Because like I said, we are a small club growing. We've only been in existence for like 4 years. The other clubs, they're 20, 30, 40 years. Some of them are current Premier League champions. Some of them are current African champions. Some of them are, like, a majority of the clubs are bigger than we are.
Yeah.
So for us to do something small in our own little corner and to be recognized by a big club like Everton, apart from saying we did our small part, I'm just going to say the rest. It was God who did it. Because I don't even know how we got here, but we are here. So I guess pray when you're doing your training and everything else that you're doing. Because when I think about it some more, I don't think there's anything special that I just did what I had to do, believed in it, and God did the rest. I appreciate the Everton partnership. I'm really, really happy that we are in it. I think it's an awesome partnership. It's up to us to take advantage of it. They have opened their doors to us pretty much, and they say, hey, here we are. We are Everton Football Club. We're a Premier League football club. How can we assist? So it's not just Race City that must take advantage of this. I know that human beings slash in Ghana or slash whatever is going on, it may not be easy for people to approach people, or it may look like each man for himself. But I've said it 1,000 times every time I've spoken about this. If any women's football club out there is interested in partnering with us, doing something with us, so they can take advantage of what Everton is bringing, they have to do it, because there's too much passiveness. Everybody's sitting there waiting for somebody to make it and then bring it to them. Even when you say that I have something, come and take. I have to come and take it. I have to come all the way there and take it. Why can't you bring it to me? And that's the thing that happens a lot in Ghana. Nobody's ever ready to grab. Everybody wants to do this and to be given. And right now, I am saying that I have something. If anybody is interested, especially the women's football clubs, you want to collaborate, you want to see how we can take advantage of all of these opportunities that we have, reach out. Reach out. Let's not sit in our corners and then be like, hey, we sit there. They've got this partnership and I'm enjoy. There's nothing, even if I didn't throw my hand out, there's nothing wrong with a sister club, another club coming and saying that, oh, wow, you got this partnership. How can we also participate? Yes, there are a few clubs that have come to me and said that, and we've had conversations and we are seeing how we can take advantage of this, but not even just the clubs, businesses, corporate Ghana. Everybody's looking for their product to be out there. Everybody's looking for what they are doing to be big, to be over there. And a whole little CTFC like us, we partner with a big club like Everton, and people are looking like, okay, and clapping their hands and saying good luck. But these are the things that the sport is about. Collaborations. And we are making those collaborations and other people are just sitting there not taking advantage of this. We are not greedy. I'm happy to share. I'm happy to, we are doing this for the game. We're doing this for women's football. I'm happy to share. So if anybody's interested in seeing how we can connect with the partnership, I'll be happy to share whatever it is that we have and yeah, see how we can all grow together and do something for women's football in Ghana.
I'm going to wrap up, and I'm going to ask you something that is related to a very trendy topic.
Yeah.
Apia said we don't have a lot of legends in the game. Do you have any plans of going to football politics? Maybe one day, DFA president or women football executive or something.
Yeah, as for me, the politics, they're all my life. People have said I should go into it, be it national politics or sports politics. I know that it's probably a gun to my head right now. If I say the wrong answer, those who are saying I should do politics probably let it go. But today that I'm sitting here, if you ask me if I want to get into football politics, my answer is no. I don't want to do GFA presidency. I don't want to do FIFA anything. I don't want to do Ghana president. I don't want to do anything politics. But if I'm being realistic and if I know the world and if I know how things work, people go like this. You want money, then you want power. Or you get money. Or should I say you get power, then you want money. It's always like that. Rarely do you see somebody who has money not looking for power, or somebody who has power not looking for money. Rarely do you see that. For me, right now, the power that I'm looking for is to empower women's football. I just want to do whatever I can to empower women's football. Yes. Unfortunately for me, what I see unfortunately for me, but yeah, unfortunately for me, what I see happening with that is that to be able to empower people, you might have to go get the power and then give it to people. That's the unfortunate part that I see. But for me today, if you leave me alone, I'll just sit in my corner, do my football, be champion of my Rich City staff, help players, help people, help the managers be who they want to be. But it may get to a time where we may not be seeing the things that we want to see from football, and I'll have to probably get up and say, you know what, I'm going straight to FIFA. FIFA, this is what you need to do. And then after doing that, the next thing you know, you have some position at FIFA, you have some position at GFA. Now you are into football politics. So I wouldn't close the door on that. But today that I'm sitting here, all I want to do is have one of the biggest women's football clubs, or if not the best and biggest women's football club in Ghana/Africa, and just blow women's football up.
Then the best way you can do that, maybe in the next 5 years, Cleo would compete for the maybe a seat in the executive council.
If in the next 5 years my club is big, I have my own pitch, my players are doing well, both in school and through the football channels, and we are selling players left and right, and people are clamoring and killing and fighting each other to enter my club, maybe that's what we'll look at, if that's happening in the next 5 years. If it happens by the end of this year too, then maybe I might give Mr. President a run for his money, but I don't see that happening this year, so the presidency is safe.
Anything can happen. Anything can. So I'm going to ask you this question, like,
okay,
wrap up. I saw you with last 4 years. You were with one of the presidential candidates. How did it go?
How did it go?
Yeah,
it didn't go well. Otherwise, I'd be vice president by now, right? But it didn't go well. So yeah, so lawyer George Ankoma. Yeah, so we, as of politics, yeah, you know what it is. You try. If people love you, they vote for you. They don't love you, I guess.
Is it going to come back?
I highly doubt it.